Hey y'all, I am Tiffany Davidson Locke, and I'm coming to you live for my second night of homework, of course at the last minute as usual, but it's due by 5, so here I am. I'm here to talk about addiction and recovery, and as I introduced myself last night, I'm a physician assistant, and I was addicted to alcohol for most of my adult life. I am now sober for 2 years, alcohol free, and I am here to help with anyone else who is struggling with the same issues. Tonight I want to talk about family. There is family and friends. When you start on your road to recovery, there are going to be people who do not support you. And you're going to be surprised. These are people who you think are your cheerleaders. You think they're, and they probably are. They probably do still really love you and care about you. But what's happening there is not that they're not happy for you, and not that they don't want you to succeed. But what happens is that a lot of times people are still in their own dysfunction. And in order for them to continue living in their comfort zone, in their dysfunctional comfort zone that they've been in, they a lot of times feel more comfortable keeping you in that place that you've been in that you're trying to get out of. And so people in your life who've known you for a long time, and they think of you as, I've known her forever. I've known Tiffany forever, and she is this and she is that. And it makes them comfortable to just keep you there. Well, right now you're changing. You're growing, you're evolving for the better. And sometimes they're not, sometimes they're just not ready to, sometimes they don't understand your journey. And often those are the people who really love you the most. And so you'll be surprised. But what you do in that situation is distance yourself just a little bit. And it's okay to do. It's okay to pull yourself back. Remember that your journey, that your healing, that your health is more important than anything else, because you come first. And as people who have been addicted in the past, a lot of times at least I, used to putting myself aside and taking care of everybody else around me first. Well, when you're dealing with addiction and you're dealing with these difficult life circumstances, whether it be grief, difficult relationships you've had to get out of, difficult relationship to yourself, when you're changing your relationship to yourself, very often you will have to pull back from the people you have always counted on. And sometimes that hurts, but know that it is the right decision in the moment. Know that you are doing the work to heal yourself, that work is more important than anything else in the world, because without a healthy you can never turn around and help anyone else. Not only that, but you're not going to live a fulfilled and happy, healthy life without doing this work for yourself. And anybody who's detracting from that can wait. They can wait. They can wait until you're ready to come back to them as a healed and healthy version of yourself. You can reapproach that relationship later. So right now, it's most important. Focus on yourself. Focus on what you need to do. I was watching a show the other day where this girl was trying to help her friend pick out a bridal gown. And the bride wanted to choose this certain gown, and the consultant was all about it. And this friend of hers was like, well, I've known her for such and such amount of time, so I know what she likes. And this consultant's only known her for 30 minutes, so how can she know? And I was thinking, girl, let your friend be her new self. Maybe what she likes is not what she's always liked. There is a lot to be said for someone who will help you be true to who you've always been. That's a different story. But who you've always been, if who you've always been is dysfunctional, if that definition of yourself needs to change, and the people around you are not allowing that definition to change, it's time to change your surroundings. It's time to change the people around you. So just know that it's okay. Know that any relationship worth it, any relationship which is meant to stay in your life, will survive that. It'll survive you're taking a step back. Whether it's even going to treatment. When you're in treatment, in inpatient treatment, you're really not allowed to talk to many people from the outside, if any, and limited contact is necessary for your healing. And even when you've made the decision, if you've made the decision to go into treatment, definitely during the treatment, you're going to take a break from people anyway. And many, many people, I know it's really, really hard to, before I went to treatment, before I went to treatment, it was really hard to wrap my head around that. Am I really that sick that I need to go into a facility? And oh my gosh, what are people going to think? Let me tell you, it is the absolute best thing I've ever done for myself. But when you come out of that treatment, you're so fragile. There's a lot of work to be done. And indeed, you will be working on this. These issues have followed you for your whole life. And indeed, you will be working on them for the rest of your life. So if at any point you're walking down this road and you're healing yourself and you're seeking the best path and you're peeling away at the layers of difficulty you've been through, which have contributed to these addictions in the first place, if at any point the people who you normally have been able to rely on in your life are detracting from that, are pulling at you, are expecting you to stay in your old identity, take a break from those people. Pull back. You don't have to block them necessarily. You don't have to take any drastic measures. And by all means, be kind. Kindness is one of the very first things you need to employ as a free person, as the person who's free of those addictions. Kindness is absolutely important. But remember that you are the most important thing, that your health is most important, and it is okay to take a break from people. I love you, and I'm here to help. Please reach out. Have a good evening.